Welcome to the Arctic, a region of vast frozen expanses, breathtaking beauty and surprisingly a hotbed of geopolitical competition. This icy wilderness, home to polar bears and Inuit tribes, has become a new frontier in international politics. A handful of nations, including Russia, the United States, Canada, Denmark and Norway, are vying for influence and control over this frosty domain. But it's not just about territorial claims. Emerging powers like China are also showing interest, and the stakes are high. Why the sudden rush, you ask? Well, the Arctic is warming twice as fast as the rest of the world. This is causing the ice caps to melt, revealing untapped reserves of oil, gas and minerals. The Arctic, once an inaccessible fortress of ice and snow, is now opening up, and the race is on to harness its abundant natural resources. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this icy intrigue. Beneath the Arctic's icy surface lies a treasure chest of untapped resources, triggering a modern-day gold rush. Imagine, if you will, a vault of untapped wealth, locked away for centuries under layers of frost and ice. This isn't a fairy tale, though. It's the Arctic, a region that boasts a cornucopia of natural resources, including oil, gas and minerals. These treasures have been hidden away, largely inaccessible due to the thick, icy barrier. But something is changing. The ice is melting, and as it retreats, it's revealing the vast wealth beneath. This isn't just sparking interest, it's igniting a race among nations to stake their claims. Let's delve into the numbers, shall we? It's estimated that the Arctic holds around 90 billion barrels of undiscovered oil. That's enough to fuel the entire world for 3 years. And that's just the oil. The Arctic also harbors vast reserves of natural gas, estimated to be around 30% of the world's undiscovered gas resources. Then there are the minerals: gold, diamonds, zinc, copper. The list goes on. But why is this happening now? The answer is simple: the melting ice. Climate change is reshaping the Arctic landscape, turning what was once an impenetrable fortress of ice into a more accessible region. This in turn is making the extraction of these resources not just possible, but increasingly feasible. However, this isn't without consequences. The environmental implications of this resource extraction are significant. We're talking about potential oil spills, disruption to wildlife, and further exacerbation of climate change due to increased carbon emissions. It's a paradox of sorts. The very thing that's making these resources accessible is also at risk of being worsened by their extraction. But this cold gold rush isn't just about resources, it's a strategic chess game of power and control. The stakes are high. This isn't just about who gets the gold, but who gets to rule the board. The race is on, and the Arctic is the prize. In this icy wilderness, nations are jostling for control, not just for resources, but for strategic advantages. The Arctic, once an inhospitable frozen void, has been thrust into the spotlight of global geopolitics. As the ice retreats, new possibilities emerge, and with them, new challenges. Consider the military presence. The Arctic is not just a treasure trove of untapped resources, it's also a potential battlefield. As the polar ice melts, nations are establishing military bases, deploying submarines, and conducting military exercises. The Arctic is becoming a zone of strategic competition where nations flex their muscles and showcase their military prowess. Let's not forget the shipping routes. The Northern Sea Route and the Northwest Passage, once the stuff of legend, could very well become the shipping lanes of the 21st century. They offer a shortcut between the East and the West, reducing travel time and cutting costs. But who gets to control these routes? Who gets to set the rules? These questions are at the heart of the Arctic dispute. And then there's the issue of territorial claims. Countries are staking their claims, drawing lines on the map, arguing over who owns what. It's a complex tangle of competing interests and international law. As the ice melts, the competition heats up, transforming the Arctic into a geopolitical chessboard. This is not just about the future of the Arctic, it's about the future of the world. As we look ahead, the Arctic's future hangs in the balance, caught between exploitation and preservation, power and peace. The choices we make today, whether driven by resource hunger or respect for the pristine, will shape the geopolitical landscape of tomorrow. The potential for cooperation or conflict lies in our hands, The Arctic calls for responsible stewardship, a testament to our collective global conscience. The Arctic, a cold frontier that has become a hot topic in geopolitics. Remember to subscribe and join us in our next exploration.